I say
Wow.
time traveler.
I agree
mean,
with time travel.
so
I want nothing more than to believe in a time traveler.
I know. How cool would that be? I mean, but how do you explain? Somebody goes in there, the camera never shuts off, it never cuts away. It's the same shot,
And it comes on. It
endless
must
shot.
come on and alert you when it sees something.
But apparently, the way he showed it though, he went through the timeline where it just went through all that time.
Yep.
So I don't know if it's just every like motion detected. It seems like he has it recording all the time. So I don't know if that's an actual fucking time traveler.
That's wild, dude.
But it was a weird ass story. It really fucking. I like you. I'm like you. I would like to believe that's a time traveler. I don't know if it is, but
I
it's
mean,
a
I
weird
can't say
story.
that it looks like that guy though. I'm not gonna go that far to be like it looks similar.
Kind of agree with you. I didn't really see
You can barely see his face on the first video.
Yeah, I agree. It was kind of blurry. The similar build though. It did look kind of like a similar
build. The first dude looked taller than the second dude.
You think so?
First dude looked a little tall.
All right, hold on. Let's go back. Let's take a look here.
He looked like a lanky dude, knuckle dragger.
All right, so here is the. Let's do a far view of. I don't have a far view of. I want to see like a walking height view of the two of them. Okay, so here's the one guy. Here's the younger guy.
Yeah,
when he first goes
maybe it's just the angle.
Well, hold on, let me mute this so I can get back to it. And then here is the older guy. I mean, they seem kind of the same build, to be honest with you. I mean, there's that guy walking in. Oh, hold on, let's do this.
Maybe that dude slouches a little bit now.
Could be. They seem about the same height to me. I mean, they very similar build.
Agreed.
It doesn't, and I do love he looks right at the camera too, like zero fucks. Just coming out of some dude's shed. What the fuck is going on in that shed? Why are people going in this shed? Like, what is going on?
The upside down. It's like fucking Stranger Things in that dude's backyard.
It's so weird. Some sort of fucking weird time portal or something.
I mean,
it's fucking weird.
Bound to happen with all these people having cameras on everything these days.
Well, maybe there's a company who's already aware of it. Time travel. A company that makes airplanes. Who's in the news. Boeing. Perhaps Boeing is aware of
smoke,
time travel.
Fire.
That's right. Mikey texted me a story earlier today about a man named Joshua Dean, a former quality engineer at Boeing, supplier Spirit Aerosystems, and one of the first whistleblowers to allege Spirit leadership had ignored manufacturing defects on the 737 MAX. Died Tuesday morning after a struggle with a sudden, fast-spreading infection. Known as Josh, Dean lived in Wichita, Kansas, where Spirit is based. He was 45, had been in good health, and was noted for having a healthy lifestyle. He died after 2 weeks in critical condition, his aunt Carol Parsons said. Spirit spokesperson Joe Buccino said, quote, "Our thoughts are with Josh Dean's family. This sudden loss is stunning news here and for his loved ones," unquote. Why do we care about Joshua Dean? Well, Joshua Dean had given a deposition in a Spirit shareholder lawsuit and also filed a complaint with the FAA. Excuse me, goddamn. With the FAA, apparently alleging serious. Let me start that over. Dean had given a deposition in a Spirit shareholder lawsuit and also filed a complaint with the FAA, alleging serious and gross misconduct by senior quality management of the 737 product line at Spirit. Spirit fired Dean in April of 2023, and he had filed a complaint with the Department of Labor alleging his termination was in retaliation for raising concerns related to aviation safety. So, not directly a Boeing employee, but Boeing outsources many of their parts to suppliers. Like when I worked at the brake pad place, they outsourced little tiny friction discs that were used in actuators to move the seats and move ailerons up and down. Just these tiny little discs this big. But those had to go through rigorous quality control. I mean, but in the end, quality control was just some guy named Carlos working in the back, checking it. So
who knows what kind of day he's having?
A little sus. But I do have a audio clip of Josh Dean talking on NPR about his situation with Spirit Airlines and their connection to Boeing. So, if Spirit Airlines, like I said, if at our place there were suppliers, but essentially it's just how good is the guy that is doing the inspection or the quality control at the end of the day. That's what it kind of all
Yeah.
boils down to. And if there's a problem with safety stuff that whatever they're manufacturing at the supplier department or the supplier company, Spirit Aerosystems, I don't know what they were making, but they were manufacturing defects in whatever parts that they were giving to the 737 Max, the Boeing 737 Max. So he was going to blow the whistle. He was going to be in court talking about this. Was he going to be in court too?
Yeah.
Well, he was for his Department of Labor
Yeah.
thing, and he also already gave that deposition. So he already kind of blew the whistle. And next thing you know, he ends up dying, just like that guy John Barnett. John Barnett.
He unalived himself. He was having a
Well,
real hard time.
that's if you guys don't remember John Barnett, he offed himself supposedly, allegedly, the day before. I believe he was getting ready to testify against Boeing in some sort of trial about their safety problems.
Real fortunate at the hotel he was staying at.
And then we also played a clip, and I couldn't find it. I don't know where it went. Of a family member of his came out and said that John had told her ahead of time, if I end up dead, I didn't. It wasn't me. I didn't commit suicide. If I end up dead, no matter what they say. So, very interesting story. But here is Joshua Dean talking to NPR about the whistleblower situation and his firing.
But Dean says many of the workers knew something was off.
We're having a pizza party because we're lowering defects, but we're not lowering defects. We just ain't reporting them. You know what I mean?
Dean was a quality auditor at Spirit's factory. His father and grandfather had worked there too, and he took his job seriously. So he got frustrated with what he describes as a culture that pressured employees not to report defects in order to get planes out of the factory faster.
I think they were sending out a message to anybody else. If you are too loud, we will silence you. If you make too much trouble, you will get the Josh treatment. You will get what happened to me.
Dean was fired last April, he says, in retaliation for flagging improperly drilled holes in fuselages. He's given statements as part of a shareholder lawsuit against Spirit. Spirit denies his allegations and is fighting the case in court.
Boom. Another whistleblower dead. Another person
drilled holes in the fuselage. That sounds horrible.
It's crazy. Just think about it. I mean, it's a fucking airplane, man. How are they?
It makes me never want to fly again.
I don't know if you remember me telling this. It makes, you know what? And I should have probably learned from this, but when I don't know if I think I told you this story, but when I worked at the brake pad place, we had a guy come in from, I believe it was Boeing, who at one of their where is Boeing's? Yeah, there are. There are corporate offices in Chicago for Boeing. There was a guy that came from the corporate office. I believe he was a mechanical engineer, if I'm not mistaken. He came from Chicago to Cleveland to meet with one of my bosses about, parts and go over the, plans and specs in person and talk about our quality control and all that kind of stuff. And after the meeting, my boss came in and he said to me, he goes, "You're never fucking going to believe this." I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "He drove here." And I said, "So what?" Like, it didn't dawn on me. He goes, "He's a plane engineer. He is a mechanical engineer who designs airplanes. And he doesn't want to fly on an airplane. He's more comfortable driving. And he would rather do a 5-hour flight than a 5-hour drive than a 45-minute flight." And that seemed like it. Now in hindsight, that seems like it makes a lot of sense with all the weird stuff that's happening with Boeing over the past few years.
I'm still gonna fly to Minnesota. I can't deal with a 14-hour drive.
No, I like driving, but I don't think I would want to drive. The only reason I think I would drive that long is I would love to. One of the things I'd love to do is to work on trying to get your Superman donations in. Is get I would love to go on a road trip with my 3 kids, like a cross country road
That'd be
trip.
fun.
That would be really cool. I mean, it would be miserable at times, but really fun at other times. It's another dumb show. Yo, 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 what's happening? Welcome to another Dumb Show. Thank you for joining me on issue number 205. So good to have you guys here with me on this Friday evening. Playoff basketball is in effect. We'll talk about that here in a little bit as the Cavaliers are taking on the Orlando Magic in the playoffs. But first, I'd like to remind all of you guys, take a second, hit that thumbs up for a brother. I see Laura said she had the first like in there tonight, so I'm going to assume that she was first in the likes. And just, good job. Thanks, Laura. Appreciate you. Don't forget, you can always download another Dumb Show as an audio-only podcast through YouTube Music. So if you're not listening live and you'd like to comment on the show, that's one of the ways you can do that. If you're not watching live on the video, you're just listening to the podcast or whatever, and you hear me say something stupid or whatever, you can always go back and comment on that, and I'll read your comments back the next day. Don't forget to follow the show at there you go, at Another Dumb Show, X, Instagram, all that good stuff. Hello to the League of Dummies. That's our live chat here on Another Dumb Show. If you are new to the show and you're wondering why you can't participate in the live chat, it's because you have to be subscribed to the channel. Once you subscribe to the channel, about 10 minutes later, you'll have access to the chat, and we encourage you guys to please participate in the chat. The League of Dummies, they're great peeps over there, and they help support the show through their superfan donations, and you can do that as well. And you can also help support the show by joining and becoming a member. That's how we keep Another Dumb Show rolling here. It's there's no major corporations paying for this. It's just me and all of you guys. So get your superfan donations in, become a member, and help support the show. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. That is the phone number to call if you would like to talk to me or Mikey about whatever we got going on the show tonight. If you have something going on, you want to talk Cavs, what do you want to talk about? Go ahead, give me a call. It's Friday night, Open Lines America. And I did mention my main man, Mikey, is here. What's up, bro? How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Chilling like a villain. How are you, man?
Not bad. Ready
Good.
for the weekend?
I hear
Ready
you.
to sit on my couch for 2 days straight and not do shit.
It sounds like a good plan. I'm on the fence whether or not I'm going to work tomorrow. I'm contemplating driving tomorrow. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it or not. I was having I'm still fighting through whatever this depression thing that I'm going through right now after everything that happened
You're
a
in a funk?
month ago. I'm in a hard funk right now. I'm having a real hard time pulling myself out of it. Like good days
all revolve around like one thing, or is it?
Yeah, everything that happened about a month ago, all this situation with B1 and everything. So it just kind of I'll have a good day and then a bad day and then a couple good days and then a couple bad days, and it just kind of not really haven't quite bounced back yet. I don't quite feel like myself yet. It's such a hard thing to explain to people who are
I'm
normal.
right there with you right now. I was just talking to my ketamine therapist about it, and she said, "Oh, this is normal. Like, yeah, you're starting to unearth some things that you've never dealt with before. So yeah, it's gonna get darker before it gets lighter." So I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah,
Somebody with depression on antidepressant meds, so now I got to go deeper before I get lighter. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit of a battle lately to try to get myself up and moving and doing anything, kind of dragging myself out of the house to actually go do some making some money, door dashing and whatnot. But anyway, so basically I didn't do shit today. I got some laundry done, and that's about it. I didn't do dick today, so I got to make up for it today or tomorrow, I think.
I came home to a completely cleaned apartment and stocked shelves and stocked fridge.
Mama cat?
Yeah, bro, I'm such a
Hell yeah,
spoiled mama's boy.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I used to be so like hate mama's boys because I'm not really a mama's boy, and my mom isn't really like treat me like a mama's boy kind of thing. Um, and I used to get so jealous or hate on it. And it was as I got older, I realized it was just because I was jealous of it. It was because I want that. I'd love to come home and find my house clean and my fridge stocked. Well, that would be fucking the greatest thing that ever happened to me. I would be like, what? Holy shit.
That was one of the biggest sticking points in my last relationship for 2.5 years.
I can understand why a woman would be put off by that, but if you're a single dude, fuck yeah.
Stop being envious of that shit because you live in a hoarder house, bitch, and clean your own house. Take care of your own kid the way my mother takes care of me.
Yeah, I kind of like
leave them at home in the dark for hours at a time.
Yeah, especially if she's not doing that kind of stuff for you. You know what I mean? If your ex, if she wasn't coming over and cleaning your house and stocking up your fridge, which isn't her job
I'd go
necessarily.
to her house and clean her house. I'd clear out the pathways so the kid would have more than one way to walk through 3 rooms in the house.
Jeez, that's crazy. I can't believe it got that bad. Anyway, well, Cavs are on. They're officially the game is playing. They're Darius Garland.
Did you see the first shot? It went over the backboard.
That's Darius Garland. Is that the one I just saw? He just bounced one off the top of the backboard.
That was the second three that did that. The first three from Max Struts bounced off the rim and bounced over the back of the backboard.
Oh boy. Well, we're off to a great start. We are winning, I guess, already. We're up 2-0. So, I like this Evan Mobley dude. I feel like if he hit the weights, he could be so much better. He just looks like there it is, right there. He just got pushed right out of the lane.
He just got bodied, yeah.
Yeah.
How young is he though?
He's pretty young. He really is. I mean, he reminds me.
So he hasn't come into his man body yet.
No, like kind of like LeBron. When LeBron, not potential or talent wise like LeBron, but
like size wise.
Size wise, when LeBron came in, he was skinny and young. Well, he's 18 for fuck's sakes. But yeah, and he
doesn't have a ton of money to invest into his body yet or anything like that. He hasn't had many off seasons to hit the weights.
But I do hate. But he is so long and just made that big long block right there and got a nice. So
Christ.
He just got worked again. He just got boxed that hard. So anyway, we'll see. I'll kind of keep track of the Cavs game as we go along, and we'll see how they're doing. I'm hoping it doesn't turn into a complete blowout like the last couple games in that we played against them. We got murdered. So
yeah, what they do? They dropped the last 2 real big, right?
Was it the last 2? Did we bounce back in one of them?
Or they won the last one, and it was 2 games before that. I know they lost like 2 in a row by like 20 plus.
Yeah, we won the last one by 1 point, but we had lost the last 2 before that by a combined total of about 70 points. Yeah, we got absolutely murdered.
Sticking on basketball for a second, did you see Patrick Beverley?
Yeah, I actually have. I'm going to talk about that. I got plenty of basketball to talk about. Before I do that, though,
both clips of him?
I got them both. But before that, I wanted to play a clip that we had talked about the other day because you're a big Timberwolves fan, and one of the players on the Timberwolves has kind of taken over the NBA right now with his acrobatic dunks. Michael Jordan Jr. They're calling him, and in particular, it's because of this very specific play. Where you have a side-by-side of Michael Jordan and Anthony Edwards. And if you're watching this, I might get dinged for copyright because of feeling that might be an NBA thing. So if I end up having to cut it out, Google it and find it. Anyway.
Like father, like son.
This is pretty cool. What? Here we go. Here's side-by-side, Michael Jordan and Anthony Edwards. And Mikey, I did fix it to where we can be both on the screen at the same time.
4-point game.
Boom! Look how
game.
Like it's almost identical.
Jordan
nuts.
took one dribble with the left though. Play that one more time.
Wait, hold on. Let's do it slow-mo. Back to the beginning. Edwards has left hand. Jordan's switches over from the right. So now we got 2. We're both going left. Oh shit! Hold on, Mikey.
Jordan,
talk to the chat for a second. I got my beers coming.
Jordan goes back to the left right there. I think that's like his illegitimate child right there for real. They've been talking about that, showing like pictures of him and stuff. Who knows? But he's definitely got some talent. I'm trying to get the chat pulled up. I no longer try to be first anymore because I can't ever win. I used to win all the time, and I actually physically try to win now, and I just can't. It's really upsetting. Got Angelina, Diz, Irish Ronnie, Jerry. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing tonight? There's not really much going on in the chat yet. Everyone just saying hi, so I figured I'd say hi to everybody. Dumb's got to be getting his delis right now. I'm assuming that some delis are showing up.
Yeah, that was exactly what it was. I had a
deli delivery.
Deli delivery, yes. I'm planning on putting on some brews tonight. I'm just in that kind of mood, so who knows what'll happen. But anyway, let's go back to this.
Don't drink to fill a void.
Or either way. So here there's not a void. It's just an emptiness. It's very different. It's weird. Hard to explain. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. It's not a void. It's a numbness. Numbness is a better word. Numbness. A void has, I don't know. Anyway. So here, we're going back to this slow motion. Here he goes. So they're driving left hand.
Left to right. Back over for Jordan. He dribbles once with the right before he gathers.
Oh, yeah, he does a little crossover there. Then he goes up. Anthony just kept it left hand because he'd beaten the dude, and doesn't look like there's anybody else he's got to worry about beating.
Yeah, there was no help coming from the baseline.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Good call. So he didn't have to protect the ball. There you go. They both go up just about. Jordan's actually a little closer. It looks like he's in the paint a little deeper. Edwards goes up. They both go up. Right hand. Edwards even got his hand back like in a hardcore like tomahawk.
Oh, cocks that thing back.
Boom.
Right over Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant, the two stars of that team.
Absolutely.
That was the nail in the coffin for the series.
That was so cool. What a display of athleticism. I tell you what, man. Pretty fucking sweet.
I'm gonna be really upset if it ends up being the Timberwolves and the Knicks. I'm really not gonna know who to root for.
Are you just because you're a New York guy, so you like the Knicks?
I grew up being a Knicks fan. Patrick Ewing, Sparks, everything like that. And then Kevin Garnett.
I forgot about that. That's right. Okay. Okay. So more basketball. I'm not talking sports all night, just so you guys know. This is the last story. This story just happened last night. It's kind of crazy, though. They're in the middle of the playoffs right now. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. We're in the final game. Yeah, I was going to say, it's the final game of their series. Pacers are leading 3-2 in the series. They were down, the Pacers were up 114-94 over Milwaukee. A player from Milwaukee, towards the end of the game with just over 2 minutes left, a guy named Patrick Beverley, he got a little frustrated with, apparently there's a fan who had been kind of chirping throughout the whole game, and he had a bit of an issue with this fan. And instead of just playing basketball and ignoring the fan like a professional is supposed to do, this is what he decided to do instead. All right, so that was the first one. You might have missed it.
Wait, he started it by throwing it?
Oh, yeah, dude. That's the thing.
I didn't know he started by doing it. I thought the ball went out of play. The fan caught it and just tossed it to Beverly, and then Beverly chucked it back. I didn't know he threw it once. They threw it back, and then he doubled down.
Oh yeah. It's a hardcore double down. Here it is again. So watch from the right. Throws it, hits a woman in the head. They toss it back to him, and then he whips it back at this dude. What the fuck is he, guys? What is this?
Dude, that dude's big in the fucking
he is.
Pacers jersey right there.
That guy that's a Hulk. Turning bright, look how bright red that guy is too. Because he's pissed. Because I'll tell you what, I don't give a fuck where if you throw a fucking ball at B1's head while I'm standing there, I don't give a fuck if you're an NBA player. I'm gonna jump over that bench and come after you. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's exactly how the Malice in the Palace started, dude. I'm surprised that dude didn't pick up a chair and start throwing chairs.
Is that with Ron Artest?
Yeah, Detroit, okay. The Pistons.
So I couldn't remember I knew because I know Ron Artest, he was a Pacer. I couldn't remember who they were playing. So that was at the Palace then at Auburn Hills or whatever. Or is that what that's called? Yeah. Palace at Auburn Hills. Okay. Anyway, so I'll slow it down here for you guys. I might have missed it already. Sorry. I think I skipped it. We'll back it up here. So the guy, first throw, he just he hits this woman right in her head. Like, kind of a shitty angle because you can barely. There's the ball hitting her right in the fucking head. Dunk. So that poor woman, there's a lawsuit, so she's getting paid for that.
Yep.
And then when the ball gets tossed
She's got
back to
random
him,
headaches and neck pain. She's got all kinds of problems.
So then the ball gets tossed back to him, and he just immediately whips it right back at that guy. Now, I'm not sure exactly who he was trying to hit. If he was trying, it seems like he's got beef with that guy in particular because the way he kind of whipped it right back at him.
The video's not up. You know that, right?
Oh, fuck, no. I'm an idiot. No, shit. What a moron. I'm fucking literally describing it like a fucking dipshit. In slow motion, I was doing too. So, no wonder I couldn't hear it in slow motion. So the first lady gets bonked.
Dude, ding that first one.
Oh, yeah. He hits her right square in the head. Come on. Boonk. It's a little funny, to be honest with you. It's terrible, but it's a little funny.
It's a basketball.
Boonk. Yeah, everybody's been hit in the face with a basketball before. You ever played basketball once in your life, you've been hit in the face with a basketball. It sucks. It hurts for 30 seconds.
I sucked at basketball so bad.
I did too. I was a really bad basketball player. I was too aggressive, and I didn't understand reaching in. And I was a football player out there trying to play basketball. It just didn't work. So anyway,
we used to play white boy basketball and like bang and throw each other around. It was like wrestling and basketball mixed together, no fouls.
Yeah, we did that too. But that always led to a fight. So I hated when we did that because it always led to a fight because you're always playing with the pussies who were, they would talk like they wanted to play that, and then you started playing it and they turned into big fucking babies. So, all right. So the chaos with Patrick Beverley continued after the game. The player who threw that ball at that fan, he then went into the locker room to talk after the game about, well, not even the incident, just about the game. And this is what happened.
Here.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Before I finish.
Yeah.
You subscribe to my pod?
Do I subscribe to you? I do not.
So you can't interview me then. No
Okay, well,
disrespect.
Jamal is here.
You subscribe? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Again, there were a couple times within a bucket or two. In previous games, y'all have been able to kind of get over that hump, or maybe. Was it anything they did in particular, or was it just one of those where the bucket didn't go down, there wasn't the stop, they made one? What kind of prevented that you all from being able to get over, kind of like you have in the past?
You move that mic, please, or just get out the circle, please, for me, please, ma'am. If you're not subscribed to my pod, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh.
What a fucking dickhead.
I didn't even see the second part of that. Like, I just saw tiny clips. I never saw the first throw of the first clip. I never saw the double down on the get out of the circle, please. Man, Christ, what a piece of shit.
You saw what the NBA released, and that's it? So this guy, the media went crazy about this because I follow a bunch of people on Twitter, like I get notifications for like certain NFL guys and stuff. And even the NFL reporters were coming out and talking about this, whatever her name is, Matilda, I think was her name or something like that. What's the name of this girl? Matilda? Is that her name?
Yes. It sounds really familiar.
I closed the news story. But so, yeah, the reporter's name was Melinda Adams.
Really close.
He did come back and apologize after the fact because the whole world was kind of turning on him and he looked sexist.
It's a little too late for that now, homie. You're getting roasted everywhere.
Oh, yeah, the whole, every single media person turned on him. And, I mean, honestly, it was a real dick move. I understand why people turned on him. It was a fucking asshole thing to do.
You saw the update. He's blocked from doing any ESPN shows, appearances, interviews, anything.
Thank you for reminding me about that. I saw that and I forgot to mark it down. But yeah, so good. He should be. He's a dickhead. Go do your fucking pod, dude. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine that?
His podcast sucks.
Have you watched it before?
It's him and a battle rapper named Rome.
Really?
A white boy that's a 2-time battle rap champion, and all they do is talk shit.
Well, they probably get more fucking views than me, so I can't fucking dog him. But he is an NBA player, so he's got an actual excuse. But anyway.
I would be surprised if Barstool didn't get rid of him.
Oh, he's part of Barstool? I didn't realize that. Is that where most of those?
Yeah.
Okay, so who? No, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I think he's the only professional athlete that has a podcast on Barstool. He was the first one. Like I see videos of him going to the headquarters and stuff like that. I don't think that's something that Portnoy wants around.
It'll be interesting to see. Portnoy is a weird dude, though. He kind of likes controversy, and he claims, he like he bucks the media. You know what I mean? A little bit in his.
Dude, the guy is just wild. The way he roots for his enemies to fail and pops champagne when they do fail and makes videos and posts it. Like, he's a real asshole.
Sorry, I just pulled up some comments and I just saw like 87 comments in a row that distracted me. Sorry. What did you say, dude? Say that again.
I said Portnoy's a real asshole. He's the only guy I know. Like, he talks about the people that have wronged him and the people that he's got bad blood with. He has champagne bottles with their name on them for when they fail and their life gets ruined, because his goal is to ruin their lives after they've wronged him, no matter how long it's been. So he does ruin their life. And after he does, he pops this bottle of champagne, makes an Instagram video, and
nice.
Just completely obliterates them.
Usually is it like reporters who write bad stuff about him, stuff like that? Like I think the New Yorker magazine,
old business partners, other podcast people. Yes.
Interesting. I didn't know that. All right. I know B1 because B1 did the Rough and Rowdy Ring Girl contest back in the day when they did one here.
Shit.
Yeah, she. I don't remember what year it was, but yeah, I know she did that. Actually, went with Nads to that. Him and I.
Dude, I love watching those pay-per-views.
Yeah, I mean, she went up there and shook her ass just like all the rest of them, and I love it. And Bill Burr was in love with her. I remember he was all about her. It was pretty funny. But yeah,
really? Burr was there. That's awesome.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Bill Burr was at this one. I do believe it was in Youngstown. So, yeah. All right, let's see. So yeah, who knows? So I saw real quick. So that team is out of the playoffs. They are going to. He's obviously going to be facing some suspension at the beginning of next season, is what they're speculating. So,
if he's even, I think he's done in the NBA. To be honest with you. Between 2023 and 2024, he's bounced around between 6 teams.
Oh, so he's a nobody. He's a journeyman.
He's actually he's a pretty good defender, but he talks a game that's so much bigger than himself, and he's such an asshole that it ruins any redeeming qualities that he has.
Okay. Well, we'll see if he sticks around. But even if he does stick around, he's going to be suspended. So, here, let me check in with the chat real quick before I move on to this next thing here. S Rose 40 says, "Did you trim your beard?" I did. How nice of you to notice. It's nice when somebody notices that you trimmed your beard. I appreciate you noticing.
Oh,
yeah, it was nice. So thank you, S Rose. Angelina says, Dom and Mikey, miss seeing you guys every day. Angelina, it's good to see you back. I hope your little baby is growing quickly and not sucking your nipple off too hard. Let's see here. RK says, you look pissed off today, LOL, to me. Just one of those days. You know how it goes. Not every day can be rainbows and butterflies. And Irish Ronnie says, tell Mikey to turn on a light or something. It's looking like he's hiding in a basement from the government. He probably is. And then CYX says, oh yeah, it looks good regarding my beard. So thank you. I actually am a little frustrated with it. It's way shorter than I normally go.
You're talking about the 90 degree, the sharp angle instead of the round. I do like it.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yep. You have a lot thinner of sideburns than I do. I got thick, bushy mother.
Yeah, and this side like comes in real thin and real light. It's almost white hair here that's real thin versus like, I know this is all kind of white, but it's really white leading in here. So it's so weird because it goes from black, or not black, but dark brown to just white right here.
Straight to silver fox.
Yeah, and like, because I actually got a text from Charlie one day, and he was like, Krista wants to know if you dye your hair. And I was like, no, it's just dark on top, and I have this weird white beard. It's really weird. My grandpa was the same way. He had dark hair until he died with a white and black beard. So I don't know. But then other men in my family, bright white hair. So I don't know. Anyway, appreciate you guys noticing. Again, it's nice when somebody notices. Anyway, got a few
I thought
comments
you were
here.
taking a shot at me when you said it the first time.
I was not.
Because we just talked about the beard yesterday. The camera wasn't on me, and you were like, "It's nice when someone notices." I was like, "Son of a bitch, bro." He's
No,
calling
God,
me out
no,
for that
yeah.
compliment
I don't.
about his beard.
What guy notices another guy trimming their beard? What the fuck? If you pointed it out, I'd be like, "What's Mikey? Look, Mike noticing my beard." No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I have a comment here from one of our most prolific commenters, Mark. He watches the show. He's usually a day behind, and he comments prolifically. And I imagine he would be calling if he could. 844-HIT-DUM, 844-448-3862 if you want to call in. Mark says, hey, what's up, Dum? How you doing, man? I read that nuclear book, and it's wild. Completely insane, terrifying, but so interesting. Thank you for the recommendation. Mikey, have you listened to it yet?
Dude, I'm such an idiot, to be honest with you. I'm really disappointed in myself. On Fridays, there's no good podcast that drops, so I have nothing to catch up on. And I am not shitting you. I walked around and worked today in complete silence.
Dude, you what? Dude, and her
7.5
voice,
hours, that would have been enough to listen to almost the entire book.
her voice, and I'm not lying to you too, is so soothing. Even though she's talking about the destruction of civilization, she has the most soothing voice. It's incredible. It's so good. So yes, you should kick yourself.
I thought about it Thursday night. I was like, you know what? I'm going to listen to that audiobook on Friday. It'll give us something to talk about on Friday night. And I moped around like somebody that lost his, I don't know.
Well, dude, if you're in a sad, bad mood, there's nothing better to do than to listen to the end of civilization, because nothing in your world could be worse than what you're hearing. Nothing. I mean, there's just nothing. Everything, like, it puts everything in such perspective. It's just crazy. But I probably should just listen to that book all the damn time, or maybe I wouldn't have days like today. But that bird, I tell you what,
I'll probably listen to it.
You need to get a BB gun for that little bird out there. Well, just.
I love the birds, bro. You want me to close up the windows and turn on the AC?
I don't give a fuck. No, I'm just fucking with you. It's really going right now. If you have not had a chance to, by the way, and I don't want to talk podcast and comedy all night, because I actually want to talk a little bit while we're talking about the nuclear thing. You have to Google after the show tonight Andrew Santino's bit about the birds. I think it's on YouTube. Watch that. It's one of the. That is my. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, make sure you watch that. But anyway,
it's my list right now.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna forget by the end of the night.
That's fine. Add it to your list. All right. So I was talking about. Mark mentioned the nuclear war book that I watched, and guys, we are. I want everybody, every person in the world, I feel like, needs to listen to this book, because most people think that it's just like, one gets fired off and another one gets fired off, and that's just it. And then, oh, maybe Moscow gets wiped out and Washington, D.C. gets wiped out. No, guys, it's all gone. Everything's gone in 72 minutes. Civilization ends. Everything we know, gone. 72 minutes. One of them gets fired, it's over. And I freaked out today because I saw this video. There's a Russian propaganda video that came out after, there's been a standoff in the skies outside of Alaska in the Bering Sea. This video was released by the Russian government. Oh, hold on, it's really loud here. Hold on, let me mute that. So this is one of their nuclear bomber jets. They, for whatever reason, decided that they were going to put together this propaganda video to show them taking off. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So it takes off. You see them flying. Mind you, this is what would have nuclear bombs on it. Who knows what are actually on these things right now? Isn't that nuts?
A prop plane.
Isn't that crazy though?
That's wild. What is it? The Theola Gay?
It does look pretty old and janky right there, though. Don't all those dials and stuff look like something like, it looks like the old like a space shuttle, like dials and stuff, I guess.
Dude, I wonder if they have to have all analog controls because the EMP and everything that happens when a nuke drops.
Oh, that's a good call, Mikey. That's a really good call for them to get it out. I tell you what, you know what? That's actually something they mentioned in the book. Most of these guys who do these flights, the bombers, know they're not going to make it. They know it's a one-way trip, especially if they're going from, depending on where they take off from. For the most part, though, they are going to have not enough fuel, number one, to get back. And number two, like you said, they're probably not going to get away from the EMP or the initial blast itself. So all these bombers in our nuclear fleet, they know that they're not going to come back. It's a bonsai mission for sure. But that is a very good point. That's one of the major. When I talk, I don't want to give away too much of the book because it's one of the most dramatic parts is having to do with the president and EMP. And another thing with, it's crazy. You got to read this book, dude. Anyway, so back to this video.
It'll be listened to in completion by next Friday.
Okay. So that right there is what looks to be a United States National Guard plane. It's got the Alaska Air Defense thing on it. That's what the
It's an
AK is.
F-16.
Is that what that is? F-16? I don't know my airplanes
Yes.
very much, unless it's a F-14 Tomcat, like from with the wings that go in and out that are long
It's a
gone.
dope plane, dude. It's a dope plane. That's one of the only planes I've never seen fly at an air show.
This thing looks pretty cool. Well, what are the Blue Angels?
FA-18s.
FA-18s. What do you know? What are you a plane nerd?
Big time.
Are you really?
Yeah. For
What?
military stuff, absolutely.
I didn't know that. I just did my last event was at the Women in Air and Space Museum when I did a photo booth event. So I was there with a bunch of old military
shit.
planes and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually. But anyway, I want to play more of this video here that gave me nightmares and should give all of us nightmares, considering how close these are to each other. Just off the coast of Alaska in the Bering Sea, and you see now there are two planes in the air. Now that
That's a
star
Russian
one,
plane right there.
that-
That's an Su-37.
that is a Russian plane. You're correct. So there's a Russian plane in the sky now with the American fighter jet, along with the nuclear bomber, which is still pretty weird that that's a prop plane, but it does make sense based on what you were saying with the EMP. So,
Kill all the electronics and everything.
so yeah, dude, this shit
Look how
is-
sleek that looks, dude. That looks like a Predator drone. How
does.
small that thing is, the fuselage and everything like that. That ain't carrying nothing but one bomb.
Yeah, well, that's all it takes. That's really all it fucking
And they
is.
refuel. They refuel mid-flight. They got the nice little fuel stick coming out the front for long flights.
Yeah, that's another part of the book. Talking about refueling points and whether that's you gotta. There you go. So that's another thing. But yeah, I'm not doing this.
I like this book.
Oh, you're gonna love it, dude. Oh yeah, it's got all kinds of and the reason this book is it's called Nuclear War: A Scenario, and it is it's fiction, but all based on nonfiction. It's not. It's very unique. I think that's one of the reasons why I love it so much, because it also it's telling a scenario using facts. So it's a story, but it's
How it
filled
would
with
really play out.
how it would really play out based on declassified documents and all that kind of stuff. Whistleblowers that are on their deathbed, all kinds of stuff like that. So it's just so fucking good, and it's so scary, and it just makes you look at people like these fucking protesters at all these fucking colleges, and they need to read that fucking book. They're fucking sitting there worrying about everything that's happened in Israel and Gaza, and I guess I know that could be an inflection point where things could take off and get worse over time. But the things that these protesters are doing right now, Mikey, I got to play this video of this one protester.
Shameful human beings.
Wait till you hear this girl. I believe this is a girl in Colombia. This is one of the pro-Palestine, anti-Israel protesters talking about what they need. Oh, Mike, you are gonna fucking love this. What they need to be able to
I hate
protest.
this blue-haired bitch.
Pretty close.
Oh,
Oh wait, hold on.
next.
Hold on, let me start it over.
Why
What
should
are
the
Guad's
university
next steps?
be obligated to provide food to people who've taken over a building?
Could you hear what he said?
No, hang
Hold
on.
on.
I got to turn my shit up.
Hold on, let me boost
There you
this
go.
audio. Let me boost this audio.
No, my
Hold on.
headphones are at half.
It was really quiet. I could barely hear it too. So, all right, here we go.
Why
What
should
are
the
Guad's next
university be
steps?
obligated to provide food to people who've taken over a building?
He said, "Why do you think the university should be obligated to give food to people who took over a building?"
Well, first of all, we're saying that they're obligated to provide food to students who pay for a meal plan here.
But you mentioned that there was a request that food and water be brought in, unless I misunderstood.
To allow it to be brought in, I mean, well, I guess it's ultimately a question of what kind of community and obligation Columbia feels it has to its students. Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill, even if they disagree with you? If the answer is no, then you should allow basic, I mean, it's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
But they put themselves in that very deliberately in that situation and in that position. So it seems like you're sort of saying, we want to be revolutionaries, we want to take over this building. Now would you please bring us food and water?
I love that guy's question.
Can I have some fruit snacks, please?
But his question is so good. He goes, if you can't hear him again, God, this one section is just why it got so quiet right there, and I can't really turn it up any louder.
Deliberately in that.
Hold on. When she says they want water and humanitarian aid, he says, you've put yourself there quite deliberately.
Very deliberately in that situation and in that position. So it seems like you're sort of saying, we want to be revolutionaries, we want to take over this building. Now would you please bring us food and water?
So he says, you want to be revolutionaries, we want to take over this building, but we want food and water too while we do it. So it's these kids are such fucking idiots. It just blows my mind that they don't
understand. This is the future of our country. This is the future. You're looking at the future of our country.
And that's sad. I mean, I don't know what's worse, the guy in the back with the fucking cut off shirt. I don't know. You can't see that here. I'll do full screen here. I don't know if this guy's outfit is the worst part of the whole thing or what.
Hey, you can't say guy. You don't know what the fuck he chooses to fucking be called.
That's a very good point. I don't know what the fuck they're wearing, but I protest what they're wearing. Anyway. No, and again, the whole thing has gotten out of control now to where we have all these outside agitators involved with it. And here's another one. You're going to love this one, Mikey. This is another one of the things that they got put, one of the, excuse me, one of the protesters said they need. Where'd it go? They need a medical tent. Oh, no, wrong one. The medical tent, a table, heat gloves, wound packing gauze, portable chargers, Kerlix gauze, cat tourniquets, ace bandages, 4x4 gauze, ABD pads for wounds, goggles, emergency bandage, trauma shears, Vaseline.
You know what they need that for?
Yes, CPR masks, butterfly suture closures, all this crazy, ridiculous HIV tests, dental dams, and Plan B. What the fuck is going on?
This generation ain't fucking. They don't need no Plan B for nothing. They don't know how to fuck.
Well, maybe at least the ones in college might be, and maybe but it seems like it's not fucking Coachella or Burning Man. You guys, you know what I mean? It sounds like they're treating it like some big ass festival instead of realizing that they're participating.
Everything they asked for is for like major trauma, like they were attacked.
Yeah.
Like, do they think they're actually in Gaza?
It seems as though that's what they believe. Yes, that they have they've associated themselves so much with the people in Gaza that they have, they're essentially saying they're the same sort of victims now, that they need the same sort of rights that people in Gaza are being denied of, which they are being denied.
So stop wasting those supplies on your candy asses and demand that shit get dropped off in Gaza.
Wow. Mikey, what an intuitive thought. That didn't even cross my mind, but geez, that makes actually a lot of sense to me.
Still want to headbutt that bitch in the head.
And what they don't realize too is, and I'm not going to spend all night on this, but the New York Police Department, they showed everything that's going on right now. This is one of the actual flyers that got put around right now, and this is actually a straight up Hamas flyer. I don't know enough about it, but this is what it's been defined as by the police and by the government.
Remind you
of?
The flyers that were everywhere in that movie.
Yeah, it's funny. That's what I was thinking, but in a different way. Actually, I didn't think of that movie. The one you're talking about, Julia Roberts, the Netflix movie.
Yeah, the propaganda and shit.
That's one of the things that I'm worried about right now is that this is some sort of huge distraction, some sort of huge propaganda campaign. My head's been in the sand for so long, Mikey. I'm starting to realize who knows what's going on. It's almost like, and we're getting warnings from Al Qaeda and stuff now again, like saying that their terrorist actions are imminent.
They're gonna go back to telling us what colored fucking safety we're at every day.
This thing here, now this one, it says, to friends, those who call for peace are chasing a mirage. As for the resistance, strike them everywhere. What kind of life is this, that we live in peace with those who abuse our blood and the blood of our children, our men, our sisters, to enemies? That's us. The time of calm you sing of will not return. Every day we increase in strength and you increase in weakness. Our war with you is long and your losses are many. This is something you are not used to. You will not find a truce from us. And then it says the lion's den.
Oh, no. Please bring that nonsense to a red state. Please, God, do it.
Well, whoever's I'm more concerned that's not actually a Hamas person posting that. That like there is some sort of incitement happening right now. And again, I've probably been listening to too many of these fucking podcasts with the fucking tinfoil hat kind of shit.
Well informed.
Well, I don't know that I'm well informed. I just am like, I don't know. I think I'm just getting older and more scared of stuff. Is really what it is. I'm so scared that what the world is, what's happening for what I'm leaving these kids. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not like I can fix any of this shit. It just scares me. What they're going to be left with, because people literally have no fucking idea what it's going to be like if they haven't read that book or done enough research about what happens when there's fucking nuclear war. Because here's a perfect example. Mikey, do you watch the show Fallout?
No, I'm not big on video game shows.
Oh, well, I actually highly recommend this one. Let me play a trailer for you of it. Hang on.
You're the second one to recommend it this week. My best friend Jeff told me I have to watch it.
Check this out. I'm going to cut it there because I don't want to give too much of it away to you.
Yeah, because I don't watch. I'm not a big trailer guy. You know that. So
yeah, I know. So I'll just do.
It's enough. Like I tried to.
Here's
play
a cool
video game because they look so dope, but I can never get into it because they take so long.
The Fallout game was boring as fuck. I tried the Fallout game. It was weird.
Dude, it's one of those games you got to grind out for like 20 hours a day.
It was weird. I'll be honest with you. But this show is really, really good. But the fatal flaw with it is that it is the most ridiculous act of fiction you'll ever fucking see, because while it does have little bits and pieces of what might happen after the fact if there was a bomb to go off, it doesn't account for the fact that they're all gonna go off. That's what people do. Like, I never realized that until I read this book, and like to realize how close we are till the end of everything. And B1 is like I don't know what I said the other day. We were watching something and it was like, had something to do with kind of like the war in Gaza or some sort of like thing. And she looked at me and she goes, 72 minutes. And she started shaking her head. And I go,
Did she
I
listen
told
to
you.
the book and read it?
No, I've just talked to her about it extensively, and I've made it very clear to her that we are literally 72 minutes away from everything we know ending forever, and that's it. Humans could be done forever, and then whatever comes after humans,
What a way to go.
it would be totally some. Oh no, Mikey, no.
Yeah, dude, just like this. You're gone.
Oh, that's if you're lucky enough to be within the 9-mile first ring. Outside of the 9-mile first ring, buddy, you're gonna pray you were within. You were gonna wish you were in that first ring.
Rochester's on a list someplace. We're sanctuary city.
You guys would be. I'm trying to think because they would hit New York, and I'm trying to think. Really, that would be the main place in New York, but they are shooting off so many. Like, say Russia retaliates. Say we for some reason we fire and they think it's going, even if we're not aiming at them and they think we're aiming at them and they say, fuck it, we're firing. They fire off 1,000 nukes at once. Just that, like that.
Well, we're in one of them 1,000 cities in the United States for sure.
That's what I would think. You know what I mean? I feel like it would probably, they're just strategically just going, all right, let's hit every single point where it'll just literally wipe out the entire map.
The biggest cities in New York, it's New York City, Albany, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo. There's 5 major cities.
Right. So, you would get obliterated. Probably you live close enough to downtown Rochester, and it all depends on where it hits, how perfectly it hits. It could be outside a few miles because there are
I'm floating right around that 9-10 mile range for sure.
Oh, you're fucked then, dude. You're fucked.
I'm hoping it's just like Thanos snaps his finger, bro. I turn into dust like Sarah Connor did in Terminator, and
vaporized. You get vaporized in the first ring. There's nothing. There's no dust. Nothing. It's just nothing. Gone. You're vaporized and you're sucked up into the mushroom cloud. And that's what that mushroom cloud is. It's filled with dead bodies. Dead vaporized human beings 9 miles worth in a circle.
It's the Thanos snap.
Yes, but the dust part of the Thanos snap and the Terminator thing that you referenced with Sarah Connor, that's in ring 2.
Where the flames get you and you burn alive for a few seconds. I'm
wrong. They were in ring 3 actually. Ring 2 is a wall of fire that comes after the shockwave. So
that's what Sarah Connor was in, the wall of fire. She got hit by that giant wall of fire while she was hanging onto the grate looking at the playground.
Yeah. The thing they leave out is the shockwave. If she's that close to the fire where she sees the fire coming, the shockwave that would have come would have ripped the skin right off her bones.
They did, because she was hanging onto the fence. Her body rocked back against the fence and literally, she turned to skull and bones right away.
Oh, that's right. Before she turned to dust, it did do that. It did, but she caught on fire.
For a quick second, it was literally the wall of fire hit her, and it went past her, and she was literally vaporized.
If there may be outside of those rings, if there are any people left. And that's a very big if, because I don't think there's going to be anything left. There's going to be a point where we're going to have to deal with cannibalism. I mean,
I'm going to be the first one. I'm going to be eating PDJ and stealing his gun.
It's going to be ugly. And the only reason I know that cannibalism will be happening is because it's actually happening already. I have a news story about a guy in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Here is a 911 call about Colin Check, who police say he set his sights on outside of a convenience store, and when Colin got his hands on Kenneth, the person inside the convenience store realized I better call 911, and it's a little hard to understand him. But I think you'll get the idea. Play.
He's still outside right now. I just had my customer come inside, and this cat, he been standing out here all night, and he finally didn't put his hands on somebody.
Okay, sir. if you get more information or if anything gets worse
Yeah.
anyway.
He's beating that. He's beating him, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Please get that police over here.
Okay.
And the
Are you
ambulance.
on the line?
I am. You said he's beating him right now?
Yeah. He's kneeing him on the face.
Which one is me? Which is it? The HMA? It's the Hispanic that's beating
the guy with the burgundy on is kneeing the other guy on the face. Yeah. The Hispanic guy. Oh my God! I don't know what.
Is he still beating him?
Yeah, I don't know what the was it is, man. That's some weird.
What else is going on besides him hitting him?
Ma'am, I'm by my store. I have to go get back to my store.
So I don't know if you understood what he was saying there, because he was going back and forth between beating and eating, and it was.
I heard he's eating him.
That's exactly what ended up happening. Is this Colin Check guy got he somehow, for whatever reason, started assaulting this guy named Kenneth Brown, and when he started beating him down, he started chewing on his. Here it is. Check then allegedly sank after tackling him. Allegedly sank his teeth into Brown's face and started munching, consuming flesh, and devouring an eye and an ear.
Man, Christ.
He went fucking nuts. And I guess he was down on all fours like a dog. Like he was like some sort of possessed demon or something.
Second cannibal story in America in like 2 weeks. There was that other dude that found that dead body. You didn't see that? Some dude that was walking across a dead body, and he picked up the leg and started chewing off pieces of his leg and was carrying it down the street.
Totally forgot about that fucking guy. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, dude, shit's gonna get fucking nuts. If there's anybody left over, there's gonna be people eating each other. They're gonna be making jerky out of buttholes and the whole fucking nine, man. It's gonna be bad.
Long pork, bro.
I got stuck watching a Predator and Prey video the other night. B1 and I started watching one. It was a killer pod of killer whales sport hunting a humpback whale and its daughter or its calf, whatever. I don't know what gender it was.
It's so wild how smart and fucking calculated those animals are.
It was nuts to see how they and in the end, all they did, bite the bottom jaw off of the thing and the tongue, and that's it.
Yeah, leave it to suffer.
It was just sport. No, they killed it. Yeah. They drowned it, but they didn't eat it. They just ripped its bottom jaw off and ate its tongue, just for the fuck of it. Just like, all right.
Just the way like they're attacking the boats where they're attacking them. That's all for sport and protection and shit like that. Like,
but then
there's no reason for them to eat or nothing like that. They're just trying to protect everything. It's fucking wild.
Oh, they weren't protecting anything. They were sport.
No,
hunting.
I'm saying it's similar to the type of action that they're doing, attacking the rudders on these boats and everything like that. Very calculated.
Right. The way they killed the whale was they separated it from its mom, made it run out of gas, got it so tired. Once they got it so tired, they started jumping on top of it and pushed it down and drowned it. And then,
just like what the Knicks did to Joel Embiid last night.
By the way, the Cavs are losing by 4 right now, with 3 minutes left in the second half. Anyway, so after that, my point, the reason I bring that up is after she left, I left it on, and there was the thing about lions attacking, like hunting in the Serengeti or wherever, somewhere in Africa. And long story short, the thing that freaked me the fuck out the most about the whole thing is once they get it down, the first thing another one does is run up and just start eating the asshole out of it.
Yeah,
instantly.
First. It's weird, isn't it?
It's so fucking weird, man. It's like, is it just because
asshole first?
Fucking brutal. It's so fucking brutal, man. I don't fucking get it.
Dude, I was listening. I can't remember what clip it was or what podcast it was. It was Rogan talking about these tigers in one part of the world where they actually hunt humans. And over the last X amount of years, they've killed like 300,000 people or 100,000 people over the years.
Oh, I remember him talking about that. I think I heard about that. It was
because they showed a couple clips of tigers like running up on somebody on a moped, A tiger's running up, almost catching somebody in a vehicle doing 30 miles an hour. It was scary as shit.
I wonder who wins, a lion or a tiger. I'm sure there's videos of it, but I don't know, man. They're both those lions. Those tigers are big. Those lions are strong and
cats are so awesome.
So cool. Anyway, all right. So I want everybody. The reason I brought all that up again is to remind everybody: read that book, A Nuclear War, a Scenario.
It's an homework assignment. We're all going to write a book report and report it next Friday.
I want everybody to check it out for sure. So, the average savage is saying it won't let me renew my membership like any other expired subscriptions I have. It's so weird. Never had that happen before. That sucks.
Somebody buy some memberships in the chat.
Yeah, I have no idea why that's not doing that. But either way, well, I appreciate you trying. I have no idea what's going on with that. So, Nugget Man, before I move on to the next thing, Nugget Man says, all our grandparents constantly would say, this world is going to hell in a hand bucket. Mine said hand basket. And then he says, here we are 100 years later. So, yes, it's a little, shit's crazy, man. That's what, like that video with the two jets flying next to each other, that freaked me the fuck out, man. Freaked me out. All right. Moving on past all that crazy shit. Let's do this. I just realized
I am good until 8:30 tonight. You
got a date?
Guest coming over.
Okay. Well, we'll go as long as we can then, and then we'll. Oh damn! I had something I wanted to do tonight. Fuck. Really wanted you to do that with me. Shit.
We got 20 minutes.
I think it was going to take a while. I felt like it was going to take a while.
I can push it for 30 minutes. I can go to 8:40.
No, this is going to be a big, long thing. That was actually going to be something I was going to have you do with me, where you got to use your computer and everything. So,
nice tease for Monday then.
Yeah, I think we'll have to save it for Monday. I've been saving it for a minute, but we'll have to do it for Monday. So, well, if you're gonna,
sorry, I should have let you know earlier. These plans kind of just popped up.
No, that's okay, dude. It's Friday night. People got shit to do. I understand. I almost didn't do a show because Cavs game's on. I figured probably nobody'd be watching anyway. So,
there's
but
live comedy events on Netflix nonstop. John Mulaney and a bunch of comedians are all doing like 20-minute sets. I think it starts at like 9 or 11 o'clock. And Netflix, they got live event tonight, live event tomorrow night, live event Sunday night.
Awesome. Sounds like fun. I'll check that out. Give me something to do. Let's see. What can I end with then? We'll go till 8:30 because I want to watch the second half of the Cavs game, to be honest with you. All right. So, shit. What do I want to talk about? Oh, you know what we talk about?
Dude, speaking, did you see that one video I sent you last night late of that dude that's like 7 stories up throwing the water bottle off the balcony and it hits the girl that's outside at the club in the face?
I did not see that. No.
Oh my God, dude. What an arm on this dude. And it absolutely ruined it.
Which account did you send it to?
It had to. Hang on, I'll look right now.
Either way, we'll find it. Maybe we'll save that for Monday.
It's right. It's on the dumb one, and I sent it to you at 1:01 in the morning.
On the dumb one? I thought I just looked there and did.
Yeah, your personal one. I went on a little bit of a tear last night.
Oh, the personal one. Oh, dumb, not another dumb show. I'm an idiot. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see if I can find that then. Irish Ronnie wanted me to remind you, you still owe us Snickers and American cheese. So we'll have to get to that one of these days.
I'm gonna diet.
Yeah, right. You fucking scumbag. Anyway,
now
speaking of that, real quick, I was just thinking the other day, we're literally several months away from football. We're 3 months away from football season, buddy. So we're gonna have to get the league back up around for round 2, and try to do a fantasy football league, second time around, second league. Are you gonna bail on me after your failed league?
No, I'm not gonna bail. I mean, let's hope I mentally and physically hang around for long enough to finish a fucking fantasy football season.
I hear you. I think you'll be fine. You know what?
I think I'll be fine too.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. So let's see here. What was I going to say? Let's do this. I have this other story, one last story I was going to save towards the end of the show anyway. So we'll do that, and we're going to wrap here around 8:30. Have you seen the story about, Mikey, do you know where Turks and Caicos is?
Why? I just heard Turks and Caicos. Oh, dude, Tony just brought up Turks and Caicos on Kill Tony. He asked that autistic girl what the flag was for Turks and Caicos.
Oh, that's right. What a weird coincidence. That's right. I forgot all about that. So
The girl
I
in the
had,
middle of her interview said, "Oh fuck, is that Tony Hawk?"
I had no idea what is going on here.
I know what their flag looks like. It's red with a black line that goes through it, or black with a red line that goes through it.
So I had no idea where it was, to tell you the truth. So here it is. This is where it is. It's just off to the the east of Cuba, and just north of the Dominican Republic. So in the Caribbean area.
Ooh.
So people go there for what's that?
Beaches. Nothing.
Good beaches. I'm sure they got good everything there. Whatever you need.
Yeah, that white sand.
There it is. So it looks obviously very beautiful, very picturesque. Looks like a great place to go visit. So a lot of rich people like to go there. Now, the strangest thing has happened in Turks and Caicos. There are 4 Americans right now who three have been arrested and one of them already served time. 3 Americans are being detained right now because when they went to Turks and Caicos, they each had some ammunition in their bag. And Turks and Caicos has a very strict rule regarding any sort of gun-related anything in their country.
Through TSA with ammunition in your bag. It's an explodable round. You could.
Well, for somehow they got it through. In fact, I actually think I have a video of the guy talking about how he got through, or how the whole situation went down. This is one of the guys. There's 4 of them. This is a guy named Brian Hagerich. I don't know how you say his name. But he talks about how he ended up getting. Let me get to him talking because I got a big long news story and I just want the part where he talks about it. Give me 1 second.
What are we gonna do? Give up another warlord to get him back?
Well, we'll just get into that. Hold on. Let me play this.
So I was called for a random bag search of my checked bag and came back and consented to the search. And after what seemed like a fairly lengthy period of time, hunting ammunition was found within my bag. I did realize that was, the similar ammunition that I have at home, a bag that I use very, very frequently for weekend trips to our hunting property. It was just a very, very simple, honest mistake.
Right. All right. So that's what they're claiming. It was all these guys all claim the same thing. Accidentally left ammo in my bag. It's the same bag I take to go hunting with. I forgot it.
How
that
weird
it's
is it
in
that
there.
3 of them have ammo? Like
4.
That's
This happened
awfully,
to
like
4
strange coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like
totally
fuck, dude.
unrelated guys, have nothing to do with each other.
Oh, I thought they were all traveling together. Okay.
Nope, totally unrelated. 4 different guys, all different there on vacations, and who just accidentally had ammunition in their bags, and which is stupid. But the craziest part of this whole thing, Mikey, is with the rules that they have in Turks and Caicos. These guys have all been placed under arrest, been put in jail, and they are facing a 12-year jail sentence.
Dude, those are the scariest shows in the world. The prison abroad shows and shit like that. These Americans that get detained and thrown away in these fucking foreign prisons that are wild.
Right now, this is what they're staying in. This is 2 of the guys. This is since they got bailed out, they're staying in an Airbnb. Why does it keep doing that? They're staying in an Airbnb, and this is their sleeping arrangement. It's not terrible, right there. I mean, that
doesn't look horrible.
Yeah, this is a nice jail. If you're going to be stuck in a jail, I guess it's a pretty nice one to be stuck in. But I got to be honest with you. I don't feel even a little bad for any of these guys.
Me neither.
If you are somebody who uses guns and you have ammo, it should be so fucking tidied up, and you know where every single fucking bullet is. You know where every round of, you should know everything about your fucking guns. It's part of the reason why I don't have guns. I'm a little bit lackadaisical about things at times. You know what I mean?
Aloof, leaving shit around.
Lackadaisical is probably the better word for it. You know what I mean? Like I'm just would get like.
I always use aloof wrong, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think you did use it wrong, but I used to use it wrong all the time too. And Charlie used
aloof
to always.
To me is like goofy and not paying attention shit, but I don't think that's right.
No, aloof, I believe, is.
I think it's actually something negative.
It is. It means you're not friendly. You're not warm or friendly. You're very distant and reserved.
Oh no, you're the opposite. You're non-aloof.
Yeah, I'm not aloof. I always would mix that up, and I would get straightened out.
My apologies. I am retarded.
No, lackadaisical. I just kind of am little. You know, I'm a little. Not lazy's not the right word. I'm just a little too loose with shit sometimes. You know, I'm not serious enough to be a gun guy. But I know that. So my point is, these dipshits, I don't feel bad for them. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Lock them up. I don't care if they have families. I don't care if one of them's a firefighter. I don't give a flying fuck. You're a dumb dipshit who took ammunition. How do you not know all the rules about going to a foreign country? How do you not know what laws
you're
are
gonna
different?
Get in trouble. Like even if the TSA finds that shit before you're going to Turks and Caicos, you're gonna get in trouble in America.
Well, but they made it through. They made it through in America and made it down to Turks and Caicos.
That's fucking wild to me.
I agree. It is weird.
I mean, I've gotten away with bringing a lot of shit on planes too.
Well, who knows? I actually didn't even think about that part of it. I'm just more concerned about the uproar and outrage about these guys and how we got to get them home and we need to bring them back from. And it's like, no, they fucking did something dumb. Like when I went to Mexico, I started Googling rules that are different in Mexico than in America, just to make sure I didn't do anything fucking weird. You know, because there's like,
it sounds smart.
There are countries where you can't record stuff. You can't even. You have to get permission. I just heard Chris Stefano talking about that on Rogan. How he was saying how
weird and wild interview.
That guy's. I love that guy. He was great on the old show. One of the few people I took a picture with because I thought he was so entertaining, and honest and real.
In the picture with him too, isn't your hand like near his dick?
I do that weird thing. It's the most embarrassing picture ever. I've no idea what. Yeah, it was awful. It was so it cringed.
But he's so weird. Like Rogan said at the beginning of the interview, I can never tell if he's being serious or if he's in character or what. Like I can't tell the line between comedian and being serious.
I think he dropped that act as soon as he said that, and then we got the real him for the rest of the show.
Dude, but the dude fucking sells his house, moves into an Airbnb, uproots his entire family. Like, what?
He's an interesting guy. He's definitely a very fucking interesting guy. But I don't even read the point I brought him up for. What did I say? Why did I even bring that guy up?
Hang on. He was talking about
taking pictures. Somebody he knows got in trouble for just taking pictures in Dubai or one of those Middle Eastern countries. You're not even allowed to like video or record certain areas without permission.
You hear them rumors about Floyd Mayweather in Dubai?
Mm-mm.
That he owes some people some money and they're not letting him leave?
No, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, Gervonta Davis or somebody, one of the other boxers was talking about it, that he can't get home. 50 posted about it too.
Somebody said he was spotted at Game 5. He's not stuck in Dubai. Floyd Mayweather's $30,000 act of kindness towards homeless men in LA raises questions about Gervonta Davis's bombshell claim. So, yeah, I think he was handing out a bunch of money. Yeah, he was handing out a bunch of money to homeless people from what I saw yesterday. That was the only thing I saw about him.
Never mind. I just read the headlines and I saw 50's post, so I figured it was real.
Yeah, I would play Gervonta Davis's thing, but it's just N-word. So I don't think I can play that. So, but yeah, so we'll. No, it's okay. It's okay. But so yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out and see what happens with these guys in Turks and Caicos. Whether or not they're going to actually. Go ahead.
Another thing, dude. I just watched an interview with Brittany Griner. We're talking about like prisoners in other countries and stuff like that. That is 100% a man. That is Joanna Man from the movies. Like the voice is deeper than mine. The forehead is like a man. The facial structure is like a man. There's
it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder if she's gone through some sort of hormone stuff.
Hormone therapy.
Yeah, because I mean, it's certainly it seemed I'm with you. You know, she seems very very masculine.
Voice is as deep as Eeyore's.
These are the 4 guys, by the way. And then the 5th one, I don't know why there's no picture of the 5th one right now, but Tyler Wenrich, Ryan Watson, Brian Hagerich, Michael E. Evans, and Michael Grimm are the 4 or 5 guys.
That's the Bareback Mountain, too.
It really looks like the rejects from Yellowstone. All the guys that tried out and didn't make it.
if Yellowstone happened in Arkansas or Alabama where incest was rampant.
Oh, that's funny. Poor guys, not so much. You're dumb dipshits. And, and I just genuinely have no
Those are
sympathy.
probably the people that we were talking about the other night that do sport hunting and big game hunting and don't eat the meat that they're shooting and shit.
Part of why
Or
I don't
hunting
care.
trips and shit. So they're traveling to go kill elephants and tigers and
Part of why I don't give a shit about these dudes, because they're just a bunch of fucking dummies who, again, I'm just not a gun guy. I'm just not.
I wish I was a gun.
Real quick, Mikey, one last thing before we wrap it up. I want to shit. Where's that picture I wanted to show you?
You want to shit? Where are you going to shit?
No, hold on once. I want to send you a picture. Oh, come on, where'd it go? I'm gonna text it to you. All right, here we go. I'm gonna text it to you. Hold on one sec. And I just want to get your reaction when I send it to you. I just want to see your face. Where is the phone thing to text you? Phone. All right, get the phone thing connected real quick because I can. You
can text from your computer?
I can. It takes a second sometimes, but I can do it.
That's
let's
fancy.
Let's see if it works here. Did you get a text?
Got it.
Awesome. Click that. I just want to see your reaction to it.
Tap to load preview. Twitter. Got to click on the link. Hang on, it's coming. What was that?
Mikey, that's
like China?
Mikey, that's a falgina.
Dude, I think that's China, the wrestler.
I don't think it is.
What is that? Is that toilet paper or piercings?
No, those are sutures.
Schmegma?
Those are sutures. Because this is what's been created. This is part of the bizarre rise of something called a falgina, a $10,000 surgery to craft non-binary people a penis and vagina. So if you guys want to see what we're talking about, go to twitter.com and just go to search and type in falgina, Phalgina. This is what...
Again, I reiterate, this is the future of our fucking country.
It's pretty fucking weird, man. Now, I'm kind of like whatever with trans people. Like, I don't give a fuck. Now we're creating abominations. You know, I mean, I hate saying that because I hate saying that because
modified human beings.
There are people who are born that way. There are Hermes out there, so I hate to say that, but they're very few and if you're a hermaphrodite and I called you an abomination,
and
I apologize, but you're not normal.
This is an abomination because this is somebody volunteering to do this. The other people are not abominations. That's just somebody that was born that way.
Very good point.
You're not born an abomination. You're choosing to become an abomination. You're choosing to become an it.
Yes. And this is the actual description of how it works. There's 2 different types of falginas, Mikey, just so you know. One of them that preserves the phalloplasty. So they take tissue from your arm or thigh, skin and muscle, and then they turn it into a Johnson. And then they take your arm and then create... Okay, I'm very confused about what I'm looking at. Okay, yeah, so they just make a Johnson-shaped thing out of your skin from your arm or your thigh. Then they attach it to the groin above the vagina to create a new penis while preserving the vagina. Well, okay, that's round 1. Or you can go for the penile preservation vaginoplasty, where a new vagina is carved out of the scrotum or perineum.
Bro, I was looking at scrotum skin. That kind of made me like, I was thinking that was a decent vagina for a second. Now I'm just looking at a ball sack.
Yeah, you're looking at an inverted ball sack, buddy. Peritoneal tissue can be harvested from the abdomen to craft the inside of a new vagina. The result, the patient retains a functional penis and a new vagina.
I'm so glad you showed this to me before I have a lady come over. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. This is like the best, like.
But now that you're looking at the picture,
sex campaign type of deal.
Now that you're looking at the picture, you realize that's a ball sack that's gotten folded in on itself, right? Now that you know,
because there's that little line on the ball sack that I nick every once in a while with the trimmers.
Oh fuck, man, that's some crazy ass shit. I wish I could show you guys this picture on here, but I can't. So just go to Twitter or X or whatever.
I don't want to look at it.
You want to check out a vagina? Go on X and check out and just
penis
look for
traumatic stress syndrome. Now I got another PTSD.
All right. Real quick before we wrap up, you have a guest coming over, Mikey, and I would like for you to maybe
wrapping up.
I don't know. There you go. Or not wrapping up if we know you based on last night's conversation. But I have a story about, it's a TikTok, and it's a real short TikTok, so it's not even worth playing. But there's a woman who claims that instead, when she would put her name on her Chipotle order, she would get a really light, shitty burrito or burrito bowl. But when she started putting her boyfriend's name on it, she would get a bigger burrito or a heavier burrito bowl. So I'm interested.
So the worker at Chipotle is just trying to keep her thin. It's looking out for her.
Yeah, I think it's just a fattest thing or just a sexist thing that whoever's scooping it, it's just probably a guy or whatever, and just like, oh, chicks eat less, so they won't notice the difference. Guys like more.
Burrito for a dainty girl. Who wants to see a girl gargle down a burrito the size of a BBC? You know what I'm saying? That's
so more ADS homework. If you're a girl and you get Chipotle, it doesn't have to be delivered. It can be when you just can't walk in and get it yourself. Like you'd have to order it like pick up ahead of time. You just got to put a different name on it. You know what I mean? You just put a dude's name on it to see versus what you would put for your name. See if you get a bigger. You got to be your standard. You got to have a standard order. Right? If you don't have a standard order, this test isn't going to work. If you got a standard order, then go in there.
I pulled a scumbag move this morning. Speaking of picking up stuff at like a store to pick up in the morning, I forgot to order my Starbucks, so I just walked in and grabbed something that looked like I normally grab.
No fucking way. Did you realize you forgot it? When did you like when you walked in the store?
As I was walking in, I was like, "Fuck! I don't think I even ordered this morning." Oh. So I saw a tall iced coffee, and it looked real light, and I was like, "Bet."
Whose name was on it?
Somebody paid it forward today.
Whose name was on it?
It was a Kara.
Kara with a K?
Yep.
Nice. Kara, nice. Sorry, Kara, that you didn't get your iced coffee this morning.
Yeah, by the way, Kara, oat milk sucks. Oat milk sucks. Go back to real cream.
It is so gross. Oat milk is so fucking disgusting. It is one of the nastiest. Literally, take some oatmeal, soak it in milk, and then drink that milk. And that's what oat milk is. It is so nasty. And I like oatmeal. I'm a real
scumbag.
But that is a scumbag move. Do you feel any remorse for doing that?
No. Same way I never feel remorse for plucking stuff out of people's Wegmans carts when they walk away.
Plucking people? Oh, I forgot that you do that.
Yeah. I just did that the other day when I was grocery shopping.
You're still doing that?
Yeah.
It's fun. And this is so what did you take out of somebody's cart and what did you do with it?
Some fruit snacks, and I brought it for myself.
So somebody took, what do you mean? Like
somebody had fruit snacks in their cart, and I was walking by, and I was like, "Ooh, fruit snacks!" I grabbed them and I put them in my cart.
And that was it, right? So you just shopped out of their cart. Okay, I didn't know. Yep. I couldn't remember if it was after they'd already like paid for it and you were walking by.
No, I had not like jumping people in the parking lot, but yo, give me your fruit snacks, bitch.
No, I got to tell you, Mikey, the majority of the people that are shopping in grocery stores right now are Instacarters or DoorDashers. You could be really fucking over a DoorDasher. Like, you could fuck me over hard by doing that. You really could, because like I would already marked it that I had it.
I've got to clean up my behavior. Let's be real. Like
I mean, think, but seriously,
right now.
So I gotta
drop some of the old behaviors.
I gotta scan a barcode on the fucking product, right? Once I scan the barcode, it says I've bought it and it's in the cart, so I don't even pay attention when I'm ringing everything out at that point. It's already, whatever I've scanned is in the cart. So if some scumbag like you comes along and steals fruit snacks that I've already scanned in, I'm fucked at the checkout.
I didn't even know people did that.
Yeah, dude, I don't literally, like, once it's in the, like, when I go to checkout, I don't have my phone out making sure I have every item because I've already done that. I've already scanned it. It's in the cart. So unless some dirtbag comes by and takes my shit. So.
This broad just said, "Can you come over here? I don't feel good."
Just do it. Who cares? Go have some fun.
No.
We're wrapping up anyway. Go have some fun.
I'm driving nowhere tonight.
Why not?
I always go there. She ain't been to my house in like 2 months.
Oh.
It's always some shit like this. I'm going to come to your house for a night. I'm going to come to your house and hang out. And then 10 minutes before she's about to get here, I don't feel good.
Oh,
Fuck
man. That sucks. That's
my karma for stealing Kara's coffee this morning.
You're right. You got your bad karma right back. So, well, dude, I'll let you go. See if you can talk her into it. Maybe make something happen. Use your charm and your wit. Say something funny to get her come over. Don't shut down. Say something funny. See if you can switch it up.
I'll just send her a dick pic.
All right, you girthy motherfucker.
I definitely ain't doing that. But
all right, I love
that's
you,
the
bro.
first thing that popped into my mind. I love you too, buddy. We'll talk on Monday.
Night. Yeah, right on, dude. See you, man. All right, guys. We're gonna wrap a little bit early because the Cavs are playing, and I would like to watch the second half of this game and see if we can get on the bandwagon and cheer on the Cavs to a victory this evening. That would be pretty great to see these guys move on in the next round because I got so into the 2016 champion Cavs, like at the end of the season, total bandwagon bullshit. And I'm trying to do that with these guys, but I don't know, the personalities just not the same without J.R. Smith and Delly, and there's a lot of personality on that old team. These guys are, I don't know, I'm not feeling the personality. I just feel Donovan Mitchell being frustrated the whole time. That's all I see. So, all right, Cavs are down by 4. Second half is about to start here. And I am going to wrap things up. So if you guys have not already hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you do that. I am going to drink some more beers. If you guys are out there drinking beers, if you've been drinking along with me, you know the rules, stay home, no going anywhere. Just smoke some dope, stay home, enjoy the rest of your night, and stay out of trouble. And I will see you guys on Monday at 7 p.m. I am out of here. See ya.